Alrighty, welcome back to Danyeck Adventures Season 3. Here we go. Not only this season are we keeping y'all updated with our own hunts, but also we have the opportunity and the permission from several hunters to share with you their adventures that they've captured on film for you all. So sit back, buckle up, it's time for a journey of your life. Alrighty, first hunt up for today is done by High Country Hunts. These are just a group of young guys getting out there enjoying God's beautiful creation and the great outdoors. And they don't have a whole lot of prelude footage, so we'll go ahead and show you the awesome kill shot. Alrighty, High Country Hunts. Thank you for sharing your adventures with us. The second hunt is brought to you by Redneck Rising TV, and it's another black bear hunt. So sit back for an exciting adventure.
It's the 29th of October and being tagged out in Pennsylvania for a buck. I'm up here in New York trying to get after some of my public land spots. Going to a public land piece that I've scouted using Onyx and driven by it a couple times to look at access. Today's access is via kayak, so there's a pretty deep creek that you have to cross to get into this piece of public, and it's a big giant ridge that most people wouldn't really want to mess with. So that's why we're here. Looks like a spot that's going to be hard to access, and could have a really good ridge to funnel some bucks down cruising for some of this bedding. So, all right, so I just kayaked over to this first little point. Now I'm going to pop up on this ridge a little bit. This is a big giant marsh. I presume that a lot of these deer are bedded up in this marsh, so I'm going to gain some elevation and glass down in this marsh a little bit. The wind should be pretty good. It's going to blow into this marsh a little bit just on this edge, but once I get up on that ridge, it should play out pretty good. We're going to hop in there. This is our first time boots on the ground in this spot. It's getting towards the end of October, so strategy tonight is try and find some hot sign, maybe an active scrape line or something like that, set up off of this bedding with the wind in my favor, and set up for that, and potentially get a shot at a buck cruising this piece of public land. All right, so I've been hiking for a little bit, and on the southern end of this bedding, I saw a little bit of sign, and there was a hunter up in a tree. But he's set up for the wind to be bad. His wind is blowing straight into that bedding. So, those bucks aren't going to be cruising that way because they're going to be on the other end, scent checking the bedding. I just came up on that ridge. I'm trying to stay pretty far away because I don't want my scent blowing down into that bedding. And I just found a pretty good trail with some nice big hoof prints in it, and two rubs right here in front of me. So I'm going to mark this spot on my Onyx. I'm going to keep circling around this bedding like I originally planned. And I'm trying to find an active scrape line. Well, it's just now 8:33 in the morning, and maybe 15 minutes ago, I saw a bear run out of that bedding area, where I suspect those deer to be bedded up. And a few minutes later, I had a buck come out of that bedding and literally worked completely downwind of me and went right up to one of my scent wicks and walked in the trail that I drug some doe estrus in on. So that's a good sign that my scent's blowing in there. I mean, it's a bad sign that my scent's blowing in there, but it's a good sign that they got on that dopey. He worked right off and followed the way I came right in here. I think it was the world's smallest 9-pointer. But pretty cool. It's cool that I saw that bear. I wish it came over this way. I would like to have seen what it was and potentially gotten a shot at it, but that buck did exactly what I wanted, so I was expecting them to come this way, going to bedding. But he came out of the bedding that I was expecting him to be going into. Oh, here comes the bear.
That was great, guys. Thank you for sharing that with us. If y'all would like to see more Redneck Rising TV, the link is in our description of this video, so go check them out. Alrighty, before we get into our last segment of this episode, we will feature one and last hunt for this episode. So sit back and enjoy a great episode brought to you by Moment of the Truth.
After a season of only encountering little bears, it was time to put in the work to get a big old brood. My name's Mitchell Payment. I started tagging along with my dad to go hunting basically since I learned to walk. I grew up living the outdoor lifestyle, learning from my dad and any hunting video I could get my hands on as a kid.
Hunting day with a big buck tonight.
Once I turned 12, the legal age to hunt, we started taking things more serious than ever.
This is our second attempt on getting a buck. Spawn stock mule deer.
Working hard and learning through experience to better our odds to fold our tags on the animals we were pursuing. It has helped us grow into who we are now. Welcome to Season 3 of Moment of Truth TV. Look at that drop.
was gorgeous.
Just rolling into Calvin's now, gonna get the bow out, shoot a bit, make sure we're all dialed in. I haven't shot my bow since I harvested my moose, so I'm excited to get out hunting again. We ended up getting the up-close and personal encounter we were looking for, but unfortunately it wasn't with the size of bear that we were after. Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by Old Smokes Coffee, RV City, Tacticam, iHunter app, Enforcer Ozone, Prime Archery, G5 Outdoors, K&R Tax Services, Killin' Sticks Arrows, 365 Archery, Sugar Creek Taxidermy, Revolution Armory, and Score Ammunition. This segment is brought to you by Old Smokes Coffee, crafted for the courageous. Well, it's May 8th and I couldn't be any more excited. Dad, Calvin, and I were at the baits last night restocking them. We even set up a stand on the one. And there's just a small cinnamon on the one where we set up the tree stand. And we went to the other one and there's a big black bruin on there. And we figure he's 18 plus inch skull, so he's gonna go poking young if we can harvest him. If we can get him tonight, I'd be overjoyed. He's exactly what I'm looking for my first bear and exactly what we set out to get this spring. So I'm about a half an hour out now. I'm gonna meet up with Calvin, and I'm gonna shoot the bow a bit and get everything ready to go, and hopefully we can hop in the ground blind and get him. We're gonna get in there pretty early, around 3 o'clock, so when the time comes, he's been coming in about 6:30 every night, even a bit earlier sometimes, and he's been there the last 4 nights. So if all goes well, we'll get a kill and stick blind tonight, and I am so stoked. So stay tuned to see what happens. Well, we're getting ready to head into the ground blind. We got a pretty good wind. It's northwest. Ideally it'd be northeast, but anything with a northerly flow, we should be all right. We're gonna sneak in there. We have to set up the ground blind. We don't have tree stands set up there, and we can't leave a ground blind set up or else the bears will demolish it, but it's looking to be good. He's coming in about 6:30 every evening for the last 3 or 4 evenings, so if he does that again tonight, we'll stick him with a killing stick, so stay tuned to see what happens. We're in, ready to go. With only a squirrel making an appearance, it was a bit disheartening, but we're going to stay persistent in hopes it pays off. This segment is brought to you by RV City for all your trailer repair, and camping needs. Located in Morinville and Nisku, Alberta. Well, it's May 9th and we're heading out beaver hunting this evening. for some bear bait. We ran out of beavers. We only had 3 to start the year, so we're gonna go out and see if we can't kill some beavers. We have a pretty good spot, and the farmers killed 35 in a year. Like, that was a while back, so, and we see them every year, so if we go in there and kill a couple, it'll be a very successful night, and we'll get them out on the baits as soon as possible. Bullseye right in the middle. One, we gave him a little bit of time to decease, but he's a gorgeous beaver. First one of the night. We can hear them slapping their tails around the bend, so we're gonna get over there and see if we can't get more. But it's a fantastic night so far. We came out and it's a success, even with one, but hopefully we can get a couple more. We weren't able to get any more to come up on shore to shoot, but it was still a beautiful spring evening collecting some bear bait. Well, it's May 14th and we're getting ready to go into the bear stand. I'm very excited. We finally got fully established with some tree stands in this spot. Prior, we'd just come in with a ground blind and reset it up each time we went in, and I don't think that was working out. If he was bedded anywhere close, I'm sure he'd hear us. But we're going in today. We just rebaited it last Friday and he has pounded it. It's a big bear that we're calling Chip, and he's the first bear to show up on this bait, and he's just been annihilating it. At the beginning, he was there for 4 nights, ate a bunch, and then left, and he finally came back, and he's been hitting it harder than ever. So we're gonna slip in there tonight and hopefully arrow him. I'm not sure, there could be more than one bear, so we're gonna have to be careful and make sure we shoot the right bear, but let's head in there and see how it goes. Well, we just rewatched the footage. I'm shaking more now than ever. That's a smart old bear that we call Chip. I think it's our 2nd year chasing him. We have him on camera last year and he was super elusive. And he came in downwind tonight. There's about half an hour left of legal. It's getting, the sun just had went down just, I think, a few minutes ago. Came in downwind sniffing. Came right to the bait, and we rewatched the footage and it looks like I absolutely crushed him from what I seen. I didn't get a ton of penetration, but I think I hit that offside shoulder. He ran about 40-50 yards and you could hear him coughing, then he went a bit further. I'm pretty sure I heard something similar to a death moan, so broke in the new Prime Logic. How awesome is that? Oh, I hope we can find this bear. There's no reason we shouldn't be able to, but you just never know. Good shot, Minty. That was cool footage. I heard something coming. I thought it was a deer, to be honest. And I look and I seen black through the spruce. Oh, I just hope we can find this bear. My luck with bears pretty low, it seems like. So this could change it all, because that's a big old. Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by Old Smokes Coffee, RV City, Tacticam, iHunter app, Enforcer Ozone, Prime Archery, G5 Outdoors, K&R Tax Services, Killin' Sticks Arrows, 365 Archery, Sugar Creek Taxidermy, Revolution Armory, and Score Ammunition. This segment is brought to you by Tacticam, the best first-person hunting camera on the market, made for hunters by hunters. Share your hunt. And by the iHunter app. Know your regs, where you're hunting or plan to go, right on your mobile device. Well, we just got back to the truck and we gave the bear an hour, but we decided that we're gonna back out till the morning. It's just, when in doubt, back out. That's the famous saying, and it's actually very true. It's something, if you go in there and if he is still alive and you bump him, the chances of finding that animal are way down. So I'm pretty confident that he might only made it 100 yards and bedded down and died. He was definitely making some noises, and it looks like I hit the offside shoulder, so hopefully I caught 2 lungs, for sure 1 lung. But I did everything I could. I aimed right up from the back leg. If anything, I wish my shot was a little bit back because he was quartering away. But we're gonna head back there in the morning and hope for the best, and hopefully find a big old bruin that we call Chip that we've been chasing for 2 years now. It'd be a pretty cool story, ending to this story, and I've been trying to get a bear for what seems forever now. So hopefully it all works out. So stay tuned for that. Well, everyone, here he is, a bear that we call Chip. We got trail cam photos of him last year, and as soon as he came in, he spooked all the other bears away, and sure enough, he was back again this year, and he was the only bear hitting the bait. And when we seen him, we knew he was a shooter, a big old boar all by himself. And as you can see, he's got a big head on him, wide ears. And last night was just an absolute gorgeous night. I heard, it was getting late, it was about half an hour till end of shooting light. The sun had just went down, and I heard something off to my right, and sure enough, here he was, and he came right through. Gave me a 19-yard shot, and I just crushed him. It went right, tucked it right in behind the shoulder and drilled into this offside shoulder. And he only went about 67 yards. And I broke in my new Prime Logic with my micro ventilator LTs, Killin' Sticks, and I couldn't be more proud of this bear. We set out this year to kill, my goal is to kill a Pope and Young bear for my first ever bear, and we got it done. I got to thank Calvin. I wouldn't have this bear without him, for helping us with these baits, and my dad coming out and helping me bait and set up the stands and filming, and it was just all in all a fantastic hunt. This is my first ever spring hunt, so it's gonna break up the summer and make fall come a lot faster, and I couldn't be any more happy about this harvest. So I hope you enjoyed this hunt, and I hope you stay tuned for another hunt on Moment of Truth TV. To keep up with the latest from Moment of Truth TV, make sure to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also for in-field updates, follow @MitchellPayment on Instagram. Closed captioning is brought to you by RV City, located in Morinville and Nisku, Alberta.
Alrighty, thank you, Moment of the Truth, for giving us permission to feature this hunt. It was quite an adventure. We enjoyed viewing it. And if y'all would like to see their actual season number 4, it's coming out here soon, I believe on their YouTube channel. And their YouTube channel link is in our description. Go check them out, give them subscribe, and we appreciate them letting us feature their hunt. Alrighty, far as our team goes, we haven't been out much. We had a bit of a drought this fall, and it's just been pretty rough for the hunting and stuff. And one of the prime locations we used to hunt back in the day, JP and I were able to scout it. It was real dry out. Just a drought has come. I've been able to hunt it once. My friend JP has been able to hunt it once as well. But not a whole lot of luck there so far this season. So we'll check back in with y'all later. Not too long after that, Dad and I were able to actually get together and we were able to do some hunting. And next week we'll share with y'all some of our really cool encounters. So thanks for sticking with us. Thank you for viewing this episode. Hope you have a great day, and may God bless. See you next time.